yours doesn't work out.
That doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
Body Supreme, body Supreme, body Supreme. Flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got cans open that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
I'm Ryan Reynolds, Rexing. I'm on phone, just sexting. My
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
Body Supreme, body Supreme, body Supreme. Flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got cans open that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
I'm Ryan Reynolds, Rexing. I'm on phone, just sexting. My
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
Body Supreme, body Supreme, body Supreme. Flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got cans open that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
I'm Ryan Reynolds, Rexing. I'm on phone, just sexting. My
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
Body Supreme, body Supreme, body Supreme. Flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got cans open that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
I'm Ryan Reynolds, Rexing. I'm on phone, just sexting. My
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
Body Supreme, body Supreme, body Supreme. Flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got cans open that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
I'm Ryan Reynolds, Rexing. I'm on phone, just sexting. My
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
Body Supreme, body Supreme, body Supreme. Flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got cans open that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
I'm Ryan Reynolds, Rexing. I'm on phone, just sexting. My
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
Body Supreme, body Supreme, body Supreme. Flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got cans open that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
I'm Ryan Reynolds, Rexing. I'm on phone, just sexting. My
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
Body Supreme, body Supreme, body Supreme. Flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got cans open that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
I'm Ryan Reynolds, Rexing. I'm on phone, just sexting. My
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
Body Supreme, body Supreme, body Supreme. Flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got cans open that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
I'm Ryan Reynolds, Rexing. I'm on phone, just sexting. My
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
Body Supreme, body Supreme, body Supreme. Flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got cans open that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
I'm Ryan Reynolds, Rexing. I'm on phone, just sexting. My
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
Body Supreme, body Supreme, body Supreme. Flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got cans open that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
I'm Ryan Reynolds, Rexing. I'm on phone, just sexting. My
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
Body Supreme, body Supreme, body Supreme. Flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got cans tripping that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
Ryan Reynolds, Rexy. I'm having fun, sexting. My
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
Supreme, Flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got count tripping that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
Ryan Reynolds, Rexy. I'm having fun, sexting. My
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
Check, mic check. How we doing?
the movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
Supreme, Flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got count tripping that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
Ryan Reynolds, Rexy. I'm having fun, sexting. My
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. Happy Tuesday, March 24th. Welcome back to Gaming Daily Live. It is like too bright. Do I turn this light up? Oh my gosh. We gotta turn the light on. But we're too bright. I think I gotta turn a light off. Let me try and fix the lighting. We'll be right back. One second.
flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got count tripping that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
Ryan Reynolds, Rexy. I'm having fun,
Okay, let's try this again. That's slightly better. My ISO, I think my ISO is just far too high, far too crazy, but welcome back. We're doing it right, regardless, bright or not. Thank you so much, Dub. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to Gaming Daily Live. My name is Icy Gaming, and we got a banger show for you guys today. We got to talk about Epic Games laying off 1,000 employees. Is it the rise of AI? What is happening? A crypto game raised $3.5 million today. That's absolutely insane, especially in this market. Which is insane. Kieran from Illuvium and Michael Wagner from Star Atlas bury the hatchet. We gotta talk about that epic respect, not the epic layoffs. Damn bars, llama bars. New games, new updates from Axie Infinity. There's so much. Still bullish on Web3 gaming and the games to play in 2026. We got a banger for you guys. And yes, Corin, shout out to you tuning in on the Blaze stream and the Blaze chat. We've got Spike Collects, the founder of Wayfinders, my good friend and the creator of this shirt that I'm wearing, joining us in about 30 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. So I'm super excited about that. We're going to have a great chat. Spike and I go way back, so it should be a lot of fun. And so with that said, Llama, Dub, Corin, everybody, let's get right into it. Let's get straight into it. First and foremost, we gotta shout out the sponsor of today's stream, YGG Play. You know, I guess I'm not wearing anything YGG. The best publisher in all of crypto gaming, the home of casual degen games like Waifu Sweeper, GigaChad Bat, Lowland. And I was talking to some of the team and they're like, we have some things cooking for April and Q2. They are very excited and working on some big things. So I'm excited about that. Of course, today's quest of the day is to get happily married. The quest of the day, enroll in this quest, jump into Waifu Sweeper and take on the quest. Buy the 20 spin bundle from the NFT shop and pop the question to the waifu. You gotta love that. Shout out to you, Dub. Dub, whenever you post your wildcard video, by the way, let us know because we want to feature that. Guys, let's jump right into the show, man. Epic Games laid off 1,000 employees today. By far, some of the saddest, most dramatic news of the day that we're going to talk about. So much so that Udi Udi Wertheimer, who's like a crypto, Twitter, Bitcoin maxi OG of all OGs, posting about this. That's the thing, dude. Like, everybody loves gaming. Everybody loves gaming. Everybody plays games. Like, we are not, it's so funny to me that like crypto gaming is like such a small niche and bubble when at the same time, literally everybody in crypto was like a gamer, has played games, is like interested in crypto gaming. And so whenever we like crack the code for crypto gaming to succeed, everybody's going to talk about it. This is why, like, last cycle, Axie Infinity reached $60 billion in market cap, right? Because like, all of the whales, all of the OGs, everyone in crypto is interested in the gaming, the business of gaming. Ice and Dark, good morning. Good to see you. But yeah, Udi says every tech company can fire thousands of employees and say it's because of AI and then get cheered for it. But Epic Games can't use that excuse because their customer base hates AI. That is true. They've laid off over 1,000 employees and announced that 3 Fortnite modes will also be going offline permanently. Rocket Racing, Ballistic. They misspelled ballistic there. And Festival Battle Stage. I think I've actually played Rocket Racing, so that is sad. Comments were not great. So you fire 1,000 people, ask players to spend more money on V-Bucks, and have started experimenting with AI-generated skins and posts. Yikes. Not great. We'll keep, obviously, dude, it's always like really sad and not a good sign when people lose their jobs, when people are let go, especially like mass layoffs. That's 1,000 people that now have to go look for a new job, stress about their next paycheck, stress about, their family and their security and like their way of life just completely changed, overnight. It's always really tough. And yes, like these things always are happening, but it's just, it's never good. It's never good when you see headlines like that. So our best wishes, prayers, thoughts, energies go out to anyone going through situations like this. I think a lot can be achieved with AI and Claude and ChatGPT and OpenClaw, even in, looking for jobs and trying to find jobs and applying to jobs, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, another reason to, or opportunity to go all in with AI. We'll keep it moving though. We'll keep it going. At the same time as this is going on, you have Steam hitting an all-time record for concurrent player count on their platform with 42 million concurrent users. So like, gamers be gaming. Gaming in some ways, in many ways, is like doing amazing and doing the best that it's ever done. 42 million people playing games right now. Absolutely incredible. Moving on, let's get into some of the gaming topics of today. We have Dub's video that we're going to review in a minute, but by far we have to talk about the $3.5 million that was funded and raised for Golden Tides. And just look at these investors. We have Krafton, the studio, the makers of PUBG Battlegrounds, FlyQuest, and Arbitrum Gaming Ventures, joining the pirate crew. Obviously, Krafton pioneered the Battle Royale genre with PUBG, reaching over 500 million players worldwide, and their investment is bringing that publishing expertise and track record for identifying games that define new categories. Are they saying that Golden Tides is going to define a new category? That's what you like to hear. Obviously, Arbitrum Gaming Ventures, Arbitrum and Golden Tides go hand in hand. We're going to have Mason on from the team next week to talk more about this. One of the best game developer founders that I've met. Really great guy. I actually have a Pokemon card that he gave me on my desk over there. So absolutely massive. Congratulations to them. $3.5 million of funding in this market is insane. I don't know the last time that we saw this much money being raised, especially for a game that we know personally, that we know and love. I mean, I guess Fableborn raised a bunch of money. The big games, are easier to raise money, but for an indie like this, brah. And yeah, they're having their next play test very soon. So if you guys are interested in that, you can sign up for access. Great game, great team. Absolutely love to see it. Let's take a look at Dove, man. Let's take a look at Dove doing Dove things, baby. Hold up. I got a sneak peek on this video last night. So GG's. Hold on. We got sound. All right. Check this out. Check out the snowboarding extraordinaire that is Dubbathy.
Damn, is that the wildcard token? Woo!
That's insane.
Oh. I thought that didn't launch until the 26th. Oh, that consented on that one.
Yo,
The wildcard team's goated though.
Dub got
I
launched.
think they raised like 50 million.
That's what got
Paradigm.
launched.
And the wildcard token, man, that thing's 100% community owned.
Hell yeah, it is.
Oh, is that another one? Is that a wildcard
Oh,
token?
it keeps going. Dude,
Jesus. Hey, lean more forward.
what a banger format.
The wildcard team is goated though, man. Wildcard's one of my favorite games.
Incredible,
And they
Dub.
raised 50 million.
Incredible.
And no one else has the community token except us. The community.
Yeah. Talk about
Damn,
it.
is that the wildcard
Dude,
token?
banger, dude. Absolute banger. That deserves a retweet. And, dude, so good.
Oh.
I mean, my
I thought that
guy is
didn't launch.
risking his life out here for the content, dude. This is no small jump, man. Look at that thing. Look at this
The
thing.
wildcard
Ah,
token?
dude, that is death. Oh my gosh, you feel the hang time, dude? I feel bad for your knees. How are your knees doing, brother? What a savage. What a savage. You know what? I knew you had it in you ever since I saw you bang your head off the ceiling at the Wolves Den GDC for the GigaChad YGG play, I don't know, tournament that we did. My guy just taking back to back. Let it snow more. Banger. Well done. Well done. All right, we're going to keep it going. Let's see. We got why I'm still bullish on crypto games. Move aside, Dub. We got other people writing articles out here. This is, I'm not even going to try to pronounce this guy's name. William or something. I actually feel like I met this guy. I don't know who this is. I feel like I might have met him. He writes the newsletter for Bankless. User. Wrote an article today on why he's still bullish on crypto games. He says crypto gaming is back in the limelight once again. Its latest dead for good diagnosis, stirring up plenty of debate. Yes, sir. 10 minutes. And let's see. We got when I saw the dirt patch. Yeah, no, for sure. We got him quoting Himars with, the games that are dead and the games that are alive. He says, personally disagrees and see bigger things are nearing, bolded on the wall instead, so to speak. Interesting. There are too many tailwinds coming together in the other direction for me to feel broadly bearish on crypto gaming. I agree, brother. I agree. kind of breaks down his thesis here. There's a lot of kind of things in there. We're not going to go over everything, but you know, these are all areas that developers have really only just begun to explore. To think there is no future of crypto gaming when there's so much frontier left in front of us is a mistake. He used the Starknet ecosystem to illustrate his point, but that's just the tip of the spear. The bottom line is that it's now possible to build better crypto games faster than ever before, maybe on Remix. Shout out to Sam Stefanina. And in unprecedented directions. Dude, it's like, it's just, you know, like, what are we doing, dude? Still uninevitable. What am I saying? Still inevitable. I actually reposted something. Let me go to this. AJC, who is a manager at Masari, says, kind of crazy to me that everyone is writing off NFTs and blockchain gaming when arguably the biggest consumer trend over the past year has been the rise of Pokemon and other TCGs, especially when TCGs are the functional equivalent of off-chain NFTs. It wouldn't surprise me if somebody is finally able to crack this nutshell and deliver a new TCG game that leverages tokenization and NFTs to deliver a better gaming collecting experience. You mean trading card games where you can actually trade your cards? Like, dude, I posted, I'm like, it's so obvious. It's so obvious. Like, it's not even a question. And then, so like when it works, it'll be just hilarious that like we debated this. It's like, you didn't think this was going to work, bro. You know, but we're not there yet. We are in the ugly stepchild, like going through puberty phase of crypto gaming, Web3 gaming. But yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's cool to see people come out in, like other people come out of the woodworks and share and comment on it. I mean, like, that was Masari, that was Bankless. Like, we have major people speaking about this stuff. It's silly. Speaking of like great games, I wanted to also share this. I saw that I don't know why I didn't see this comment sooner. But guys, check out this. Well, first of all, if you guys haven't seen this clip, we gotta watch this clip real quick.
There's no chance you're going to be able to build out this world.
I asked Kieran about his like famous 2021 debate with Michael Wagner, where they really locked horns and got, you know, like got into it. And this is what he had to say.
I know it. I can see with how you're building the quality.
He's kind of referencing like his argument back then. He's not like rehashing it now. He's rehashing it. He's not saying this is how he currently feels.
Quality of it. But you go 3 years on, 4 years on, they've scaled back massively. They're trying to survive. Like, for the most part, I think they are surviving as well. And their tokens taking a beating like every single other person. But
Kieran, you didn't have to point that part out, you know? We don't talk about the tokens.
The respect that I have for Wagner to still be here.
Badass.
Like, I would go up to that dude and be like, you know what? We had a fucking good debate. And that was, you know, kind of fun 4 years ago. But like, let's chat about how fucked this has been, you know, and how much, half a decade, even longer, we put into this, our whole lives, basically. There's so much respect there.
Yeah, no, and there was other parts of that interview where Kieran was like, yeah, like, no, massive respect. And then we get the response from Michael Wagner, solid gesture, really appreciate it. The feeling is mutual. You know, got to shout out the people that have been building, like Neo from Wilder World. Someone said maybe time to get like a hug it out with Kagi or something like that. And then he was like, oh, let's do a pint or something, you know? So cool to see. I appreciate you, Dub. I appreciate you. We're going to have to get Michael Wagner on the stream and, you know, like run it back and see where he's at and what's going on with him. But I appreciate that. Great games that you guys should be checking out for sure. Speaking of games that you can play in 2026, you guys see the title of the of the show, of the stream. Big shout out to the God Murdoch. 25 games that are worth playing in 2026. I take note of this because he is someone that is, pretty critical of the space while also working in the space and being supportive and knows his stuff across the board. Like, he pays attention to a lot of these games, right? Sunflower Land, Fishing Frenzy, Gigaverse, Sup Foundation, Prime Rush, which he does work for, Meiji, Illuvium, Wild World, Other Side, Golden Tides, Play Cambria, On-Chain Heroes, Moku, Shrapnel. He says they're making a comeback. Shout out to the Shrapnel chat. How we feeling about the Shrapnel shout out? Dub, Sam's, Dub. How we feeling about Shrapnel, boys? Rumble Arcade, Hytopia, Origins. We love Origins. Heroes of Hold'em. Look at my client making lists out here. That means I'm doing a good job. Super Trip, WagMe, BR1 Infinite, Portal Coin. I'm not laughing, guys. I'm not laughing. Soulforge Fusion, Ave Forge, Parallel TCG. This list is in random order and not rating, just listing 25 games that are worth checking out. I agree, man. Great games. The latest Shrapnel build is a ton of fun, but he created that game mode, so Dub is biased. Shout out to Dub, man. You love it. Do we have time for one more story? We have time for one more story, and then we are going to bring Spike on. And so while there are some really great games to play, I also saw this autopsy report, number 9, from Tonin. Shout out to Tonin, super dope creator, Immutable Ambassador. I think I've seen one or two of these other autopsy reports. This list is literally in order of his bags. Dub. I think, Pirate Master Murdoch, the God's bags are down bad. So, speaking of down bad bags, this autopsy report from Tonin is on Champions Ascension, and the founder in question is Chris DeWolf. Co-founder of MySpace, co-founder of Jam City, left Jam City to build this game, took executives and developers with him, founded 2 companies, one for the game, one for AI and Web3. The AI and Web3 company raised $32 million in a seed round led by A16Z. During the bear market, the game got backed by A16Z again, plus Coinbase. The game launched. It wasn't great, wasn't terrible. It just didn't have enough players. It's actually a great game. It's actually a fantastic game. Just wasn't ready. It needed more content and all that good stuff. Hey, shout out to Spike in the Blaze comments. In March 2025, instead of doubling down on the game, the team shut down the servers and announced that they were pivoting to build a Web3 game publishing and distribution platform. Which reminds me, I think that was a joint venture between Chris DeWolf and Jeremy Horn from Exterio, and it was supposed to be called Reach or something. And I haven't heard anything about it since. I think I saw maybe one Jeremy Horn tweet, so I'm not sure what's going on over there. He says they literally stopped making the game to make a platform that helps other people make games. The community was told that it was not a cancellation, but a re-evaluation, and that the new platform's technology would play a key role in shaping the game's future. Translation, we're not saying it's dead because that sounds bad. $32 million from A16Z, the founder of MySpace, years of development, and the players got servers turned off and a promise that a distribution platform nobody asked for might somehow bring the game back to life. Ding, ding, ding. Llama got it right. Sam got it right. Sad. Pretty sad. Pretty tough, man. The reason I wanted to highlight this, and let me just message Spike real quick. The reason I wanted to highlight this is because, on paper, this is these are the kinds of things that made so many of us, myself included, really excited, really bullish, and really have a lot of conviction in the space. When you have founders with backgrounds like this building, you're like, holy crap, this guy created MySpace and like knows all about this stuff, and they see the promise of crypto gaming and they're building a game here. We have like 20 or 30 founders that fit that criteria with crazy backgrounds. I mean, look at Paul Bettner from Wildcard. Look at Justin Waldron from Zynga. You know, we had Amit from Pirate Nation and Proof of Play. We have I just had it in my head. Cam from Fableborn. Like, you have these like really notable, really amazing people. You have Kevin Lambert with Origins. It's like, wow, like there's so much energy and stuff happening here that it's hard not to be excited and believe in it. But then you also have the sobering reality of what happened. Like, these games kind of came out and they weren't able to take off. And it's like, if they can't do it, you know, like who can? Not to say that it can't be done and that they couldn't do it. You know, it's just, that's like, I guess I'm just trying to paint the picture of like the weirdness that has happened in the space where we had so much going for us and so much, I guess, evidence to support our thesis. And that's why I think over the past 12 to 18 months, it's been so sobering to like wake up to see these games not make it. And, you know, like take a step out of this. I mean, that's really just the case for gaming. That's how hard it is to make a hit game, to develop a game. That's how hard this industry is. So shout out to Tonin for doing these autopsy reports. I don't think that they're, you know, overly biased or negative or anything. It's like kind of a just honest recount and telling of what the situation was. But with that, guys, Spike is backstage. I want to get him up here. We're going to have a great chat. I cannot wait to talk to Spike. So I'm going to throw up the away screen. Give me 30 seconds, 60 seconds, and we will be back with Spike from the Wayfinders.
These are facts.
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box. These are facts.
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box. These are facts.
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box. These are facts.
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
Professional streamers.
All right, guys, my audio is back. I was just fixing the layout real quick right there. Spike, the godfather, the uncle of crypto gaming, the founder of Wayfinders,
God.
my good friend.
I think I think Mr. Stash has that role. I am the fudder of all Web3 games. As you see, I'm wearing my Web3 FUD hat. You know, we are not inevitable. We are going to zero.
Oh,
But
don't
you guys-
say that. Don't say no.
Hold up. Swap.
Yeah, let's go.
There we go.
Let's go. Oh my god.
All right. We got the energy up. We're on Blaze, so I had to put something on Blaze, and that is the negative segment of gaming is bad. Web3 gaming is bad. I don't know what these guys are speaking. We got too many amazing builders like yourself, too many amazing creators showing up every day. You can't help to feel bullish. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes,
I don't know what
sir.
people are
Yes,
talking
sir.
about.
Talk about it. Listen, man, I'm also wearing my Wayfinder shirt for you, brother.
I saw
Look
that.
at
I saw that. That is a Cozyverse X Wayfinders collab shirt.
Oh,
Limited
is this like
to
the Cozyverse like logo as well?
Yeah.
Oh, I see it.
You gotta
now.
show the back too. That
Oh, all
was
right,
one
let's
of.
do it. Let's do it. Hold up.
Let's go.
Is that a good? I can't.
Let's
tell. I
go.
can't tell.
You did good. You did good.
Wild entrance. Sam says, "Man, Spike, there's so much to talk about. We go way back. I love you. I have so much respect and admiration for you, man. You know, you're one of the OG builders. You know, the tried and true, doubling down on your conviction, working so incredibly hard." And we appreciate, you know, the brand and everything that you've built, brother. I'm excited to catch up, man. I'm so happy to be doing this show because I just get to talk to my friends and the people that I love.
100%.
And
Love you
it's
too, bro.
good, man. So let's just start. How are you doing? How, like, you know, talk to me, man. There's ups, there's downs.
Yeah.
We're burning Solana hats over here.
I made a pretty spicy tweet a couple days ago, or it was yesterday. I don't know. I come on X. I don't have as much time to yap, so I just come in and just drop the heat. I was just talking about how, like, a lot of the builders, they're just kind of staying quiet, right? Like, you can see like the list of games that Murdoch posted, right? You don't see them being loud and proud, running huge KOL campaigns, talking about what they're doing. You know, they're showing up, onboarding users. Yeah, it's a big part of that for me. I've been focused actually on onboarding streamers. One of your amazing sponsors also is one of the companies I work for, Blaze.
Yeah, shout out to Blaze, man.
Web3
You
native
onboarded me to
streaming
Blaze,
platform.
so GG's to you.
Yeah. So I've been having so much fun there. So, like, one thing I've been doing in this cycle is I've been looking at kind of gaming adjacent platforms, right? Like, I think what gamers do passionately is onboarding communities, and they entertain, they educate, just like how you're doing every day, right?
Yeah.
On Gaming Daily. So yeah, I've been working with Blaze to help onboard creators and communities, and like I've just found so much success. It's really hard to onboard gamers to a game, let alone a Web3 game, and it has to be specific to their interests, right? Where on Blaze, you can be playing Valorant, you can be playing Wildcard, you could be playing Origins, you could be playing anything. So like it's been super cool, and it's just been such an amazing touch point. Like when you're getting tipped or subbed and donated, the platform automatically converts it to Blaze. So people earn their first crypto for free just for showing up and doing what they already love. So yeah, we started off with just a handful of streamers, and a lot of the Wayfinders creators you'll see there. And a lot of people don't know we went through a restructure, and I can go about that a little bit, but they were my viewers. A lot of the people you see repping Wayfinders PFP now, they were my viewers. And we onboarded, about 50 or so people, and then they onboarded another 100, 200 people, and the retention, the engagement, and the energy has been so high. It's like, man, how can I bother myself, complaining on X when like I'm building this amazing community here? And now we have a lot of movement on Blaze. We have a lot of Rumble creators moving over en masse. They're having so much fun and seeing how much better the platform is, outside of the cool elements, but just it being like a cool community, being so simple to use, and it's just been so cool to see. So I think it's definitely being slept on a little bit. We've already done some cool collaborations, and it's going up. But like I think people don't know yet, but we're slowly building like one of the largest direct engagement platforms, right? Like I think Peyton was saying with Kazune, like when you activate your Discord community or your stream, you're not just throwing an ad into abyss. You're having your diehard fans, your community members that show up and support, be there with you. So again, we have hundreds of creators going live every day, and it's just going up and up and up. So it's been a lot of excitement. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. Sorry for wanting to burn my Solana hat. I just think it's funny that like people set this stigma about, oh man, everything's dead because we're not talking about an X, when the real building is happening a little bit everywhere, right? So again, continue to support those amazing builders and creators. And again, I can't say I can't commend you highly enough. I'm really proud of what you've accomplished over the last few years. And again, people know we go back as 2023. I think.
Yeah.
I think when we first met, it was in San Diego for 3XP.
Yeah.
So
3XP was great, man. I don't know, the energy there was a little different. Shout out to Sam, shout out to Peyton, shout out to the Wolves. Speaking of Champions Ascension, like I remember Peyton setting up for the Champions Ascension stream there. Shout out to Dub. Xborg was there. I know Sinjin was there. I mean, you know, better times, man. Better times. We had the after party, the closing party at the FaZe Clan warehouse. YP was there.
We were throwing up
Crazy-
the face logo with
man.
Zeus and
But
YP.
let's jump back. We're a little all over the place. You know, that commercial break was brought to you by Blaze. Shout out to Blaze. But no, man. I mean, like going from 3XP to where we are now, like the past 3 years. I know we can talk about this forever, but just at a high level, Spike, like, what do you think we got right? And what do you think we got wrong as like creators, as, you know, builders, games, as just, you know, people inside of crypto gaming, you know, from your perspective? I'm really curious. I asked Sam the same question when he was on the show. I'll have to have Dub on because I want to ask him that.
I
as
have
well.
an interesting analogy, and I haven't even fully thought this one through. So we're gonna brainstorm as we go. So
Yeah.
I think we went through a period of euphoria, right? There's very much a bubble, right? Billions of dollars is being put in the space. We have amazing ideas, you know, developers and branch on the space, but I don't think, you know, the ecosystem nor the channels it had could support that, right? Like if you're gonna build a game to have millions of users, like you need to be able to get it in front of that many people, right? So I think the space was not mature enough. A lot of people were just like AI. They're spending money in places that don't make sense. They're just like, you're building something with AI. Where can I sign my name? Where can I give you a check? So what I think happened is that the space was sold much like the gold rush was, you know?
Yeah.
You got people that are just running to the space, hearing that they can better themselves, they can earn. That's the land of opportunity, right? And I think the people that did the best were the people selling shovels, right? Selling the dream, selling the ideas, and really trying to monetize. Whereas the people actually trying to find the gold, or the players, like, you know, trying to find ways to make money in the industry, you know, that some were successful, some weren't. But I think what happened is it attracted a lot of people that didn't necessarily believe in that it was the future, or that this is like what I'm about, right? It wasn't their identity. I think it's just people getting sold an idea. Like, again, it's kind of an extension of play to earn, right?
Yeah.
And again, I'm not opposed to people doing real money trading or farming or anything like that. But I think, you know, we're being sold on the idea that you could sustainably earn, you can be getting all these opportunities. But
Spike,
you know,
let me ask you, sorry to interrupt you, but like, where do you personally, Spike, today, where do you feel your conviction and outlook is on crypto gaming in 2026 as a creator and as someone who's like been building a business here? And I'll give you a second to think about that answer, because shout out to CG77 with the 5 gifted subs on the Blaze stream, man. Thank you so much for that. Much love to CG. We're going to have him on the show on Thursday. I can't wait to have that conversation. I think my man is like in a plane right now, which just goes to show CG is built different, man. The Blaze community, honestly, real quick, just to go back to your everything that you were talking about regarding Blaze, Spike, I had a really great call with CG. He was explaining to me the Blaze streaming platform, their perspective and outlook on creators, on growing, on streaming. And I just fell in love, man. I was like, dude, you guys are awesome. I see the vision. I would love to work with you guys. I love that they're starting with, you know, creators like you, Spike, and me, and building from a real grassroots perspective. And, I've been like dipping my toe in the water. We have a bigger announcement coming with me officially coming to Blaze, but like the love that I've been feeling already has been amazing. Shout out to Royal Prince, Corin, Gabrielle, V for V, showing love in the chat means a lot. But yeah, to go back, bring us on point, Spike, like, cause we talk about this off stream. A lot of creators talk about it. We've been building in this space for years. We love it. We believe in it. We're trying to do it the right way. You are one of the pioneers here, building an incredible brand with Wayfinders. So I'm just curious, like, how you feel about your outlook and kind of overall perspective and conviction in 2026.
Yeah. So I guess there's definitely a shift happening, right? I think in terms of the participants of the space, right? The people that came for the gains, they left with the gains, right?
Yeah.
So I think the people that stayed either have, the diehard conviction or the insight that we do on the future of the space, or people that just love gaming and love the community, right? So without doubt, I definitely have seen and felt that here on Blaze. And again, we've built a sense of community and network just out of like people wanting to support. So like previously to this, this is kind of lore, but back in, I think 2022, late 2022, me and a mutual, Matt DeFice, and fellow Wolf DAO member, we created the first Web3 gaming KOL marketing agency. What happened was after Axie had its run, I started becoming one of like the more prevalent variety creators on X. I'm not going to say that I was the first one, but like specifically on X building community, like I kind of did what I did in Axie, but for Solana, for, a lot of the other platforms. At the time, IMX was still huge, and those were like the newest. Solana and IMX were like the most known. This is before like EVAX had its run and Sui and all them. But yeah, I was just doing what you were doing, just providing value every day. I was kind of like when Dub had his run when he was trying all these new games. I had that too.
Dub had a great run, man. That was my favorite era. Dude.
That is a rite of passage. But I did content for I think 100, 150 games. He's like, you'd ask someone, hey, what's your favorite Web3 game? And they can only name 3. And I'm like, dude, there's like 600. And I did like a bunch of like very low conversion, like just gaming montages. No one watches montages anymore. Don't do that. But yeah, it was super cool to see us build a community. We were doing tournaments. I don't know if you remember, we even did EVO tournament. That was one of the first Solana games that came out with like Crypto Stash, yourself, and a bunch of other players. So yeah, we built an agency, and a lot of creators, they're like really cool with Web3 when there's money to be made and there's sponsorships, but then there's a lot that like, it's just that's the extent of it, right? Whereas on Blaze, like you'll see probably half of the streamers that wear our PFP or support our community, I may or may not even talk to them before. Like it's just like they see that we're building a brand that's supporting the ecosystem and the people in it, and they're just like doing it. I'm just like, dude, like let's restructure and brand things. So CJ said it in chat, but we did a big rebrand and restructure. We've been kind of silent about it because we're deliberate, but we actually did a crazy thing. And this is kind of what Wolves DAO used to do, but we did a huge purge. So what people did not know is that there was 230 Wayfinder PFPs given out to our VIP community. But a lot of them weren't aligned. They're like, oh yeah, I want the clout, I want the exposure. And like we always kind of had trouble, like how do we like leverage this in a way that creates a communal brand where people want to contribute and they love it so much they want to build it in ways that they know other people would love it. So I was thinking, and I'm just like, why don't we just flip it and do a Wayfinder Blaze collection? So we launched the NFT, and there's already about 30 holders, and we've been just kind of deliberately kind of giving some out or selling them at a discount. But the utility is 100% back to Blaze. So you're going to get a lot of support in terms of discoverability and leadership and leaderboard rewards. We call it our backstage voting. But we did a huge kind of redesign.
You're getting ahead of me, Spike. You're getting ahead of me, man. I mean, I want to talk about the NFT. I want to talk about...
Okay. Y'all did not see anything.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Well, because I do want to talk about all that. Well, first of all, let me ask you, because I know, do we have a hard stop or do you have a little bit of leeway in time?
I got a leeway, but to go back. So when I originally started my community, we attracted a lot of creators and we were onboarding them and like getting them access and opportunity. We still have a lot of those people on our network, but like the gamers or the people that just, you know, showing up because they love the space are kind of coming around this time. So this time, you know, we definitely collect all the supporters that maybe not be as active, but, you know, have been part of the ecosystem, PFPs. But we're like, let's do this. Utility to those that are supporting us. And I'll get more into that. But what I'm saying is that originally our community was kind of built like a KOL network, whereas now it's built more like a community. And we're helping kind of do, you know, some upskilling and things like that. If you see the holders that we have now, like I'd say probably 95% are community and maybe 5% are KOL, whereas previously it was like we're inviting devs, blockchain leaders, and, you know, a bunch of creators, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely seen
you about
different alignment.
Spike, because you've built an incredible community. You've always been community first. You've also always been very intentional with your brand and branding. I mean, the Wayfinders branding is some of the cleanest that we have in the space. It like has real emotion behind it, man. People are excited to have a Wayfinder PFP and to rock that branding. So I have questions about that, but before I do, I just got to shout out the community showing up on Blaze. I appreciate Future with the sub, CG with the gifted sub to JT, everyone, Royal Prince, Crypto Boy, showing up and showing out. I appreciate you guys. But Spike, man, I mean, what does it mean to you to build a brand? And like, why was that important? And why did you invest so much? Because we've talked about it, you know, offline, you know, how much you've put into Wayfinders, and it's not easy, man. I mean, I remember I've basically watched you build Wayfinders from day one, from when it was Waypoint back in the day. And it's become this really passionate community, as well as a really cool brand that, you know, it has that affinity. People want to wear the shirts. People want to rock the PFPs. Like, you have been pioneering and leading the way in Web3 in terms of onboarding traditional gamers and having game nights and trying to build, you know, the FaZe Clan and the Team Liquid, and like that, bring that energy, the esports, the gamer vibe to the space, which I commend you for. It's a lot of work. It's not easy. Like, I guess I know why you did it, right? Because it was needed. But I guess I'm curious now.
Yeah.
How do you think about the Wayfinders brand and like what you want to do with it, you know, in 2026?
So what's the most novel about our community, and I think people get confused when they see like the kind of design and overall aesthetic, is like we knew very on we wanted kind of lifestyle, we kind of want an esports kind of vibe, whereas like originally we weren't, and now we're even further away from that. So I think the one thing gaming lacks in this, even for the biggest esports team, they're not really focused on building like a community.
Yeah.
They have creators, and those are the like kind of like the funnels and the bridges for people to find it and have fandom. But like you can go to any esports Discord and you won't see much activity. Like the team is not there, the creators aren't there. It's kind of just like people like the vibes, or like their favorite creators or pros are playing on the team, so they're friends with that. And I think that's super cool and awesome. Whereas we kind of always take a communal approach. So I've always seen it as kind of a way to bring like awe and to bring excitement. So Wayfinders to me was a way to build a community and brand that people want to join and also contribute. So what a lot of people didn't know is I invested a little north of 5 figures into our media deck. So like the logo, the colors, like it was like a 2-month process.
I
and
remember you showing me.
when
like,
people
early
saw I
designs.
did that, they did it too, thinking like, oh, if I do this, I'll get more live stream viewers, right?
Yeah.
Or like I'll get more subs. And like for me, I'm like, no, like for me, it was for the community. So like the PFPs, even like in crypto, like the coolest PFPs, the Pudgies, the apes, you know, they're expensive, right? Whereas I wanted to have something that was more attainable, right? So even with our collection now, like I actually set a real value to it because I wanted it not to be speculated or to be used for trading purposes. It's like even if you're like a diehard supporter, like there's Now I'll say this honestly, openly. There's some people that provided so much support. I gifted it to them. Like
Yeah.
the NFT we're selling has an actual value.
Yeah.
About 99.
Okay, hold on. Wait, I have to ask about that because on Salvor, it was like, am I reading it right? It's like 50 AVAX, the floor?
I set a floor. So
Okay.
right now there is 33 holders.
Yeah.
And I minted all the PFPs on a deployer wallet.
Oh, sick.
And the utility, it's a lot. I was like, I'm building an NFT with the utility that people don't understand. I'm like, do I got to put disclaimers here? But I think most people kind of understand. A lot of people found out about it and they appreciate it. A lot of people are giving me shout outs because a lot of people are like, man, the holders are new people to AVAX. So like you're onboarding people to AVAX, which they liked, and then into Blaze. And also, for those that don't know, why I was so bullish on Blazerland is the founder is also a founder of Salvor. So I was like, this is really cool. So yeah. For us, I wanted to have like, wow, this is a blue chip NFT, but it'd be attainable, right?
Yeah.
So like originally the OG supporters that were supporting us on Blaze early on, there was a few instances where like I got so much like appreciation and shout outs for them. I literally paid out of my pocket to get an NFT.
Yeah.
And then others they got at a discount. And that's something that we'll be announcing later this week of how to get like a sponsorship. I don't know the best way to say it, but for me, I'm like, bro, I want to give this to people. And alongside this, you're gonna get stream assets. We already have a lot of just generic ones, but like imagine like you seeing like going live and like with a timer, but like with your specific PFP. We've done banners before, but like I think a lot of people that join early and have kind of been more focused on like pivoting when Infofy happened to take on like creator roles or they still hold it because they know it holds value. So I wanted to build something that people respected, something that people were trusted. And for me, that's what I think was really cool about it, right? It was something to add, like it was exclusive, but in the right ways, right? Like everyone's a pudgy, but not everyone's gonna drop, 7K plus right now on a digital art piece, right? Whereas
They might
Wayfinders
not drop 7K, but shout out to Future dropping 4 subs on the Blaze stream. Guys, I was not prepared for all of this love on the Blaze stream, man. I thank you guys for finding us. I guess that's what happens when you have Spike on, man. Spike, you are the godfather of Blaze streaming, dude. And when you have you on, man, everybody comes
I don't know
out.
what happened. I went from Unk to Godfather, but let's do Godfather, not grandfather, all right?
Yeah, listen, that's a term of
I'm over
endearment
here
and respect.
burning Solana hats on stream,
Man, appreciate you guys. Badger, Mind Goblin, Gambit, Future, much love. Doffer, you guys are making me feel very much at home. And just real quick, I know we got Spike on, but we have big plans for Blaze. We're going to be doing some game nights. I know I'm excited to talk to Spike about his Arbitrum Blaze game nights in just a minute. We're talking about the PFP right now, but I do have some questions about that. We're going to be very active on Blaze, man. We see the future. We see the opportunity.
Man, I'm excited for it, brother. I'm not going to lie.
So really honored to be here, and thank you guys for making it such a warm welcome.
I wanted to say one last thing to kind of wrap up the way. I know everything's interconnected and it's messy. Like we're trying to build Star Wars in Web3, and there's like all these episodes and sagas and like different storylines happening, right? But one thing that you'll see and notice is that a lot of people supporting are organic, like that as of right now, and it's been this way since Wayfinders. We don't have any creators on payroll, like people are representing because they see the vision and what we're trying to do on board community, and they take part of that. And as of right now, we have 3 different, I want to call them sub guilds. I don't know, I guess regional Wayfinders, but we have La Cavacha, which is kind of like our Spanish speaking arm. You can see that on the main page. That's a Discord community of about 10K people. Run by El Rea. He's someone I've had a chance to meet in Argentina the last couple years. Super passionate. He's been doing a lot. He's kind of literally the Spanish speaking version of me, the Bluto version. Then you have Wayfinders Turkey. Tsubasa is an amazing creator from Turkey. He's like literally one of the nicest guys I ever met. When I went to Turkey to meet him, again, another crazy opportunity in Web3 I've been given. He didn't let me buy anything. I swear to God, I'm like, hey, I want to buy a gift for my family. he just treated me so well. And then, Wayfinders Philippines was our OG community. We've kind of, been building a lot there throughout the years, and it's kind of went through cycles and things like that. And then we have members from other places, and again, those are independently run, which is pretty nuts. So like, yeah, I'd love to. Like, people ask me, like, do you have members in Korea? I'm like, I sure as hell hope we find someone that wants to see that and take advantage. And again, we've invested so much into our brand that as an extension of that, it supports the other sub communities, right? Like, I think the closest I've seen to this in the Web3 space is like Pudgy Asia. Like, just the network they built invited so many amazing builders that cool shit's always happening. So like for me, like I'm really bullish on network effects, like and you were part of that. We were part in the Waypoint fam together, and then we moved over to Owned, which was the extension before Wayfinders. And it was just like when you get a bunch of cool people together, especially in Web3, like you just do the coolest shit ever. And again, Wolves DAO, shout out to them as well. It's a good testament of what network effects. So again, us rebranding, restructuring the PFP was to kind of restart that in a way that I thought was very aligned. So that's Wayfinders. I can talk PFP. I can talk why Solana thinks good marketing is bad marketing. I can talk about what things I'm excited about. I can literally crush on you on camera for the next 30 minutes, whatever you want, bro.
Well, no, so I appreciate that, man. Shout out to Toxic. Was live here, didn't know, just followed. Appreciate you, Toxic. Welcome to the Blaze chat. I guess that rebrand of the PFP makes a lot of sense, and it's helpful to kind of see the vision. Like you said, there's different communities and networks that you're bringing together. Once again, you do such a great job of pouring so much energy into this and creating this motion and this community and this energy around like what you're doing and bringing people together, man. And I really admire it because I know how much work it takes. And I know, you're a family guy and you've got other obligations in life as well. So I just want to kind of go back because I don't know if I got a clear understanding. Like, what is your outlook on Wayfinders, crypto gaming, you as a creator in 2026? Are we cooked, Spike? Is the space cooked? Are we dead? Is it over? Is it?
Do you want the Solana answer or do you want the real answer?
I want the Spike answer. I need to know where Spike is at.
We're gonna be on a slow grill for the next year or 2 years. So this is survival mode. If you are able to sustain yourself and continue to build community and make content, you're amazing. If you could also find momentum, like if you could do well in a bear market, you're gonna like send it in the bull market, right? So I can just continue to double down, not just showing up and doing the work, but like really doing a lot of discovery. So like I what a lot of people don't know is that I'm pretty sure I'm the one who created the game night meta. Like you see every brand wanting to do like 1 million game nights. I did 100 game nights in my Discord last year. And I can tell you right now, like I've stopped doing that. And that was very intentional, right? Like I saw that it was a lot of the same people, and I found Discord communities of people botting, and like for me, like I'm very deliberate. I don't want to work with a partner and just get paid. Like I'm like, how can I make this fun? How can I make this interesting? Right? Like I had a crypto credit card reach out to me, and they're like, hey, we're gonna do a campaign, like likes, comments, retweets. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm like, let's do a freaking tournament. So like I literally spent 3 weeks connecting with my network at Pudgy Party because they did a Pudgy partnership. So I'm like, why don't we do a Pudgy partnership too, like with the game, right? And again, we went through all the channels. We helped onboard 50 people to Blaze and live stream on their phone at the same time. And to me, like that's fun and interesting, right? Like likes, comments, retweets, bunch of game nights. Like it looks good, but like it's not like really doing like conversions. It's not really
there's diminishing people, right? Returns. There's kind of a scale. There's like a ceiling, not a scale, because it doesn't really scale, and it takes a lot of time, energy, which is great. I mean, when I was doing game nights, I loved it, but it's a lot. It's
definitely a lot of fun. I think it does drive a lot of people to your community for the event, but then where are they if you're not doing events, right? Whereas now I'm building community here on Blaze. and like they're not just playing Web3 games, you know, they're also playing other games. So like there's more stickiness or intention, right?
Yeah.
And we're supporting each other, we're hanging out in each other's chat. So like,
Yeah.
would you rather have like, you know, X amount of people in your game night when there's people that can also multi-account and share their screen, or have people that are like live on Blaze, also showing their face, building community, playing games? So again,
Yeah.
it's just like, for me, like I've come to a conclusion, like it does make some movement, but it's just like not to the degree we see in traditional gaming, not what is needed to support the industry. So
Yeah.
yeah, I've definitely have learned a lot, and people are like, man, Spike, you're probably the highest converting Twitter creator. I'm like, bro, I spend like 20-30 hours a week speaking with some of the best community managers in Web3 to like, how do we make this better? How do we get someone from Twitter to this tournament page to our Discord to show up for the event, to sign up, to get on Blaze? Like, there's a lot of coordination that happens. So that's why I spend a lot less time on X these days.
Yeah.
I do want to get back on the content grid, but what I'm getting at is I definitely think we need to be more deliberate in how we attract people to Web3,
Mhm.
and like not just give out opportunities, like create experiences and opportunities, right? Like
Yeah.
I think again, Wolves is the best case of this at like the micro level, but like the amount of energy, the drive, experience, and talent that like such a small group of people can do with like at the heights here, like it could do so much. So whereas us, we've been more focused on just everyone, and like, you know, people come from all walks of life.
Yeah.
We have people from NA, EU, LATAM, Asia, NEMA, all participating, and it's hectic. Not many games can support people playing from around the world in one server, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm kind of rambling at this point. But
Well, no, I mean, you make a good point. We all have our parts to play, and that's literally what you said earlier about network effects. Like Wayfinders is incredibly important. Wolves out, incredibly important. YGG, Gaming Grid, you know, all of these ecosystems or all of these players help build up the ecosystem and make it much bigger. You know, it's greater than the sum of all of its parts. And so, yeah, I wanted to go, speaking of like game nights and making things fun and tournaments and things like that, because, yeah, you are one of the best at them. Talk to me about this Arbitrum My Pet Hooligan championship series that you've been streaming on Blaze and doing $3,500 up for this, man. You had teams battling. I think I tuned in to one of the streams. I caught it like over the weekend or something. But like, tell me more about this, man, because I didn't see.
yeah,
a
so
deeper,
we got a grant by Arbitrum late last year. It was for 3 small GTM campaigns. So the idea and thought was, let's host tournaments. But in the past, I think you've seen we did a grant for like KOLs, right?
yeah,
It was great for top funnel, but honestly, what we learned is like we didn't have a chance for their communities to also interact. So while I did get a lot of visibility, I'm like, you know, this time around, let's do tournaments, but for the communities. And it's been great at onboarding new people. The first month we actually did wild card. So each month we've been doing about $3,500 in prizes,
crazy.
split up
That's so
to
fun.
3 weeks of qualifiers and then one finale. So the finale just happened for that one.
When was it, over
had
the weekend, or was it during
it was
week?
Friday. It was Friday.
Sick, dude.
Yeah. So we haven't announced our next game partner, but we're gonna be doing it again. And again, we're very
alpha,
deliberate.
Any
with-
alpha for the gaming daily
Yeah.
lie? What's the first letter? What's it begin with?
I'll make it interesting. I'll say it's on Ape Chain first. I'm gonna say that first. So for those that don't know,
Alpha.
Arbitrum is a go-to chain, and they have Anime Coin, which is Azuki. They have Ape Chain. They have Zai. They have Proof of Play. They have a lot of different ones. But you know me, I've been a passionate person of the Bored Ape community.
Yeah.
I don't own any of these right now, but I love that community. It's something really special. But yeah, we did one with the Other Side game called Bathroom Blitz. This time around, we're gonna do it with alternates. This is probably the closest you'll have to like Call of Duty. What's it called? It's the bomb demolition mode, search and rescue. I think. I know it's not that.
Yeah.
I can't think right now, but yeah, Alternates is this cool game. It's a first-person shooter with a team of I think 4v4. I could be mistaken, but the founders showed me nothing but love. He's honorary Wayfinder as well. We call him an
Cool.
Ape Finder. But yeah, we'll be announcing
Ape
that.
Finder, that's amazing. You guys do the research, dig into it. Who's an honorary Wayfinder tied to other side? We can.
Yeah, so we'll be announcing that soon. And then yeah, we've done pretty much about 3 months worth of tournaments each week, doing qualifiers.
Yeah.
We qualify and then go to the finale. And we've been doing a live cast, not a full production, you know, just something cool enough to get people together. And again, we've been showing it all live on Blaze. And again, we're very deliberate. Again, like if we have partnerships, so we have network, like we're like, how can we also use this to do that? So anytime we do anything live stream, like you best believe we're going to do it on Blaze, right? If there's a game partner that we know that might want to get involved, we're going to reach out to them. You know, with Cast, it's a crypto credit card, but we're like, let's attach something. Let's make it interesting, right? Like we could have been like, oh wow, this credit card is amazing, which it is, but like let's do it in a way that gets people excited, right?
Yeah.
So again, what I would encourage the other builders is like, you know, let's think outside of the box of like what we can do. Like I think people are so used to just doing the work than like thinking of like big cool ideas, right?
Yeah.
And I
This is
just
why I love you,
created-
Spike, because you work really hard and you do it like your own way in your own lane, but you also
No.
you also
you had to calm me down with your chill vibes, dude. I get out of line and start.
of course
getting
we
toxic.
all do, man. We all do, dude. We all get out of like you're out of order. This whole court's out of order. But no, Spike, like legitimately, you know, you work really hard and you always do it in your with your own approach, man. You're not copying other people. You're like trying to find where you can add value in your unique way, and that's how I try to build as well. So we talked about the PFP, we talked about Blaze, we talked about Wayfinders, we talked about your game nights and tournaments. I want to take you out of that for a second. What advice do you have for creators, right? Because you've also done something really, really well where you monetize well through getting grants. You're also exploring outside of other ecosystems, like working with ApeChain, like getting the Cast card, finding Blaze and working with them. So like you've done a really great job of, you know, running and building your business on your own. And, you know, I know you have a team, but like finding your own way, you know, and, you know, largely staying positive and happy and like just putting your head down and doing the work. And I think it's really remarkable and notable, right? You're one of the top creators in this space. You've built one of the best businesses in this space. So it's a tough time for creators right now. You know, gaming is down bad. Sponsorships are down bad. What advice would you give, you know, like a Berna or some of these other creators that are in the space that look to Spike and Wayfinders and be like, I want to be that one day?
Oh man, I'll try to give 3 points. So the best single advice I got early on was I think in 2022, 2023. I was in a Twitter space of all things. I'm a veteran of Twitter spaces. I don't really do them anymore, but it was owned. It was like a big marketing agency. They have like all the top creators, and I was like, you know, given your knowledge of Web3, what do you advise an aspiring creator? So the one thing they said is that like the partnerships you work with are going to attract the community that you build, right? Like if you're promoting a bunch of
hold on, we can't just blow past that. The partnerships that you select,
the sponsors that you take, right?
Like attract the communities that you build.
Yeah. So like if you're promoting a bunch of like scams and meme coins, you're going to attract a bunch of degens, right? Whereas if you're promoting the My Pet Logins, the wild cards, the origins, you're going to build like a solid gaming community, right? So again, like when you're doing sponsorships, it's going to reflect the like who you also work with, right? Like working with like a ApeChain or, you know, collaborating with Pudgy Party, right? I have not worked with Pudgy Penguins. That'd be cool in the future if we did, but you know, having that record and history showing the trust that you've built, the value, the experience, that bridges those gaps, right? So like if you want to work with the, you know, the Arbitrums or the AVAXs or, you know, the IMXs, you kind of have to put the legwork in. So again, just making sure you're building a strong brand and community is important, but like understanding the opportunities you get aren't directly from what you're doing. They stagger behind. So, you know, IC and Burner showing up every day is not creating opportunities next week. It might be 2 weeks, might be 3 months. So again, staying consistent is the most important thing. So
Yeah.
as long as you're regularly coming up in conversations, you're being spotted, people see your passion, they
Yeah.
see the value you're providing. If they're gonna think about you when the opportunity does come. So I think what a lot of people that have fallen off is that they just stop doing the work, right? A lot of people have gotten opportunities and they're like, oh, this is amazing. You know, they're getting paid, they're making content, and they run out of paid content and then they stop and then
Yeah.
they burn out, right? Where it's like showing up every day, providing value, building network is important. The last thing is I can't say this enough is to build network, right?
Yeah.
Like if you want to get access to opportunities, you want to have growth, you need to meet people, you need to connect with others, you have to provide value. So again, like if no one knows about you, no one's gonna reach out to you. So again, joining communities and kind of finding your footing, you know, going to IRL events, jumping on, you know, Google Meets and at first maybe some Twitter spaces. I don't know if that's still as helpful as it was. You know, the industry has changed a lot, but like just getting your face out there and meeting people and
Yeah.
tell them what you're passionate about, what things you're trying to solve. And you know, once people know that and they can put a face to a name, that oh yeah, this guy, he plays a bunch of MMORPGs. You know, if it finds out, oh dude, there's this cool MMORPG that's looking for creators, like I thought about you, bro, let me connect you. So again, staying active, providing value, and like really trying to build a strong brand presence and trust that'll take you places. So I could have made a lot more money doing things that just like diluted the trust or value I have for my community, but people know that I'm always gonna put my community first, and it's definitely come at the cost of myself. You know,
People don't know how much we turn down, man. You know, like the game.
Well, I think people know not to reach out to me for that stuff.
Yeah.
But you have to be very smart, right? Like the last thing I want to say, and this is especially now, like don't feel like you have to have all this growth now, right? Like me and Icy, we get more fingers and feet, or more fingers and toes that we have in our hand. We probably thought we're not going to make it, right? Like it's just like so many times, like this is not possible, right? Like we're like checking our wallet and it's just going down and down, and it's just like no one's reaching out, right? But it was through kind of pushing through times like this that you earn a lot of trust. And there's people that were even mentioning me like, dude, it's good to see you guys still out there showing up for us, right? And I have to give my props to the builders still out there building games too, because it's like it's a very holistic thing, right? So
how do you go about vetting partners and the people that you work with, and even like getting, you know, like finding some of the people to work with? You know, I think a lot of creators, your advice is great and it's golden, but a lot of creators don't know how to like get their first deal, how to find their deals, and how to even, you know, like know what a good deal or what a bad deal is. How have you kind of navigated it over the past few years, and you know, what have you learned?
So I'll go advice mode, but I think what a lot of people do, and this was a mistake I had, the first thing you think of as a creator is, how am I going to monetize, right? They're like, man, I got to make a price list, I got to do a media kit, right? Like, brother, it took me 2 years before I got my first sponsorship in Web3, right? Like, it was doing a lot of free content. I was
same up. Here. Hold on. We need to like, people need to understand. We need to like underscore this. I did not make money in crypto gaming for the first 2 years, basically the same, almost 2 years before I like made any kind of money.
That's paying editors. That's hosting events, tournaments, prize pools.
Yeah, it's figuring it out. It's so tough. And a lot of creators were like that. And a lot of people are like, well, hey, I don't have 2 years to wait and do that. And I'm like,
people can monetize as quickly as a week. And like Blaze is a testament to that too. You know, like you can get verified, and there's you even have a gift sub button right now. Like you could make money day one, right? People are a lot of a different mindset. But yeah, I think that's a big mistake people have. If I did it knowing what I know now, I'd be like, I'm not going to think about monetizing until people reach out.
Yeah.
Because that's when you have leverage, right? When people see the authority, the trust, the networking community you have, and they want to pay you, that's when you can start doing that. And then I would say that's cool to reach out, right? Like once you have some experience of working with partners and brands, maybe then it's when you're reaching out to Off the Grid or Solana Gaming and be like, you know. But the one thing I will say, and this is especially in Web3, people know who are supporting them, right? If you're showing up day in, day out, you're providing advice and feedback. Like a lot of people have gotten, full-time jobs as a community manager, as support, as a creator, as a developer. So, providing value is a big way to get noticed. And Web3 is different in that you can directly talk to people.
Yeah.
And then also like the one thing I say that Web3 does outside of the gaming is like, you don't just own your assets, you own your time, right? There's ways you can set up cool reward structures, right? You can set up something like Infofy. Infofy's dead, but like for a way to like reward a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Respective of the time or effort they put in. And there's a lot of tournaments, there's a lot of bounties. So like again, there's ways that people can earn value for their time. Whereas like I think a lot of people in Blaze, they're freaking out with how much support we give, because in traditional gaming, it take you maybe 6 months before you get your first paycheck, right? Whereas Blaze, everyone's showing so much love and support from the get-go. So again, I can't say enough about like just really trying to figure out what you're passionate about, providing that value, and the opportunities will come, right? And again, it's gonna be staggered. It's not like, wow, IC Gaming did a stream today and that immediately converted all the deal flow and partners he needs for the year. No, it's like there's cycles, there's opportunities that pop up. And a word of advice I'll have for existing creators now, because I have a lot of people that reach out to me, and I'm sure everyone's getting it. It's like, where's the opportunities? We went from having 500 games going to market last year with 50 creators to where I feel like there's probably 30 to 40 creators and less games going to market than that. So what I'd say is that like find other platforms, other ways to monetize, because you're building a foundation on something you can't control. And we especially in crypto, we can't control that Bitcoin's going up, that Ethereum's going up, that all our gaming bags are going up. So again, find ways to continue to grow and find value. And especially if you can find other ways to monetize, I think that's something very important. And like for me, I've specifically, I don't think I've taken any gaming partners in the last 4 months. I've been working with gaming adjacent partners. I've been finding opportunities like on Blaze and utilizing the experience, the skills I have to build something. And who is John Galt? If you don't already know, he is a legend. He is one of the biggest supporters and advocates of Blaze. You got to give respect to John. If you don't know who he is, you're going to know who he is.
I appreciate that, brother. First of all, yes, shout out to everyone in Blaze, especially John Galt, who just subscribed for 1 month. I'm doing this Atlas Shrugged reference. That's like that first half of the book. It's like, who is John Galt? Who is John Galt? If you know, you know. If you know, you know. I love it. I love it. I love it. Spike, I love you as well, man. I want to ask you, we got to do a quick fire round, bro, because that's you dropping gems. You're dropping gems on community, on building, on branding, on being a founder, being a leader, monetizing. It's crazy because like we talked about a lot of the game nights and games, but like we're gamers out here, man. We're playing games. I got to check in with Spike, the gamer. Maybe like a quick fire round, because this is the title of the show was games that you can play in 2026. I know you've been doing a lot with My Pet Hooligan, with Wildcard, with this upcoming Ape Chain partner, and maybe some stuff in the other side. What other games are you playing? I know you were playing Delta Force a lot last year. Every time I logged into Steam, Spike was playing Delta Force. What have you been enjoying? What have you been loving?
I've been playing lots of Legends of Ymir. I haven't made as much content. I think a lot of people be surprised, but like we have one of the most successful servers in North America for Ymir. In terms of like active spenders that are like going ham on the game, I think we have 300 plus members, and like we're active. Like this is again one of our funnels we're using, right? A lot of people think again we're making just content on X, but no, we have the Legend Year server, and I was big on it because I'm like, dude, this is a cool way to bring people into our community. So we're partnering with different guilds, things. We have tournaments that we're doing, and then also Blaze, right? We're building a creator cohort, I guess. I don't even want to call it a program. Like again, I've pivoted away from that a long time ago. I definitely see the value they bring, but I think building more traditional kind of gaming community outlets makes sense. Yeah. So yeah, I would say Ymir is the main one, but I'm honestly kind of getting and my focus kind of shifting to streaming actually. One thing I've actually been kind of playing with is I've been wanting to get into live selling for a long time. So
Ooh.
what people don't know, and I don't know if I'm rugging. Am I there, guys?
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay. I can't see my camera.
Oh.
That's probably okay.
Your camera,
But,
your camera's totally fine.
Before I joined Web3 Gaming officially, I actually ran a trading card gaming store. I was selling Pokemon cards, I was selling a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh, some Digimon. I have a lot of retail online e-commerce experience. So I just think it's super cool that you can live stream and sell products. So I've actually been working on a logo as of today on what I'm calling Wayfinder's Warehouse. And looking to do some stuff there. And I think, again, finding ways to monetize. You know, people love to collect things, and that's something I'm big on. So like, they'll probably see me making more traditional gaming content alongside Ymir content. But like,
Fun.
I've been having so much fun collecting, like, you know, discontinued Lego. Trading cards is also a passion I've shared with my kids, and you know, again, warehouse kind of brings in like a broad range term, but yeah, I think live selling is cool because you can go live, you can sell a bunch of stuff on auction and ship it out, and
Yeah.
I think that's more my vibe. I don't want to hold a lot of inventory like I had in the past, and you know,
That's
be able
cool.
to build a community alongside the brand that we have. I think it would be a cool extension. And I'm seeing Azuki TCG launch stuff, Pudgy Penguins get ready for their next one. You know, definitely have to get into Pokemon, both, you know, English and Japanese. But yeah, that's a little bit about.
That's sick, dude. I'm
what
super
we're
bullish on live
thinking about.
streaming as well. That's how I got my start as a content creator on Twitch in 2022. And I've been having so much fun doing these interviews, live streaming every single day, getting to talk to, you know, my friends and other interesting people. And then also just seeing, you know, the people in the chat and the community. Once again, it just like warms my heart. Shout out to Llama. Llama's been like our MVP of the Gaming Daily live stream, showing up to every stream. You know, Toxic tunes in. Ice and Dark is one of the other MVP day ones. Appreciate y'all. And like, I mean, the love that we're getting over
I
on
sent you a
Blaze
leak. This is a day one leak.
is amazing.
You can share it on stream
Oh,
if you can.
I can? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're getting alpha leaks here. Let me hold up. Give me a second. Let me pull this up here.
This is like literally, I made this on ChatGPT today. This is a day one leak.
Sheesh. Wayfinder's Warehouse world debut exclusive.
I saw Varoshi talking about One Piece. We probably aren't going to have One Piece for a
That
long
is
time.
hard.
But
That
I
is
think I'm going to lean more into
clean.
Pokemon. I think that
That is sick, Spike. I love that. The Pokeball, the Lego, Wayfinder's hat, the controller, obviously One Piece, like that goes without being said. That's sick, dude. Nice, man. Nice.
yeah. So find other ways to make money, guys.
Alpha-
use your
Alpha
brand,
goes
use
to
your
the Blaze stream.
experience.
Let's go.
Again, it's like a way of direct selling. You know, I've always given away merch. I probably should have sold it, right? But like, people want cool collectibles and they
Dude.
can't find them in store because everyone wants them. So like, you know, getting that solves a problem, and people are happy to pay you for that and support you at the same time. So I always like the idea of getting into that. And my original communities were actually from doing retail. Icy knows even my past before that, but
Yeah.
I did online e-commerce for about 10 years before I got into crypto, and
I love
thinking
that,
like,
man.
let's bring that experience back and have some fun and open some packs and find some cool stuff to share.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. No, I was telling Peyton and Sam, I'm like, you guys make incredible merch and you just give it away for free, which is like, you know, not cheap. I made my Gaming Daily jersey this year, and I mean, that was thousands of dollars out of my own pocket for like, you know, 130 jerseys. And I was like, damn.
I have a Wayfinder's jersey design that I have not done yet because
Yeah.
it's just like the bull run is out. You know, like
It's tough.
we're out here
It's
trying
tough.
to stack wins, and again, it's probably gonna be a year, 2 years. I'm actually more excited than I had been the last 4 months. You know, again, I think people are this. I don't know what it is. It's just the bear market. Everyone has the FUD. Everyone, like, even again, that's why I was kind of knocking Solana Gaming. Like, it's not Web3 gaming doesn't work. Is that the sentiment is down, and again, people are looking at that on X, and again, the building isn't happening on X like it had been. You know, like the people getting whitelisted and hunts and things, all that. It's happening in and the behind the scenes, right?
Yeah.
And that goes the same for like the communities too, right? You know,
Yeah.
like it's not trying to get all this hype and attention for something. It's real building, and that stuff takes time and
Absolutely.
a lot of experimentation.
No one knows that better than Peyton Kaleva-Heya in the YouTube chat. Thank you for stopping by, brother. I don't know if you're still here. Preds saying that he wants merch in the Twitter chat. Spike, we've been going about an hour, brother. I want to be respectful of your time. I know you're a busy man. Lightning round. I got a few questions for you. Some of them are going to be coming off the top of the dome. You got to be a little spicy, man. A little spicy. What is your favorite game right now? Web 2, Web 3, whatever. Favorite game?
Right now, I'm playing Legends of Ymir,
Yep.
so that's Web 3, and then Web 2 on my phone of all places. I'm playing Knights of the Old Republic. I've been getting a bit into Star Wars. I'm old school RPG fan, so
Fire.
yeah.
Okay. Listen, man, you know, you're not one to not cause a stir on the timeline from time to time. You know, I'm not gonna say you've had crash outs, but you know, you'll start a little controversy here and there. You know, calling out chains, calling out games, you know, calling out people sometimes. In your opinion, what is the game that or team in crypto that like disappointed you the most from the past, year or two?
I'm gonna say one that I actually used to work with. So I'm funded my old bags, but they're dead anyway. There's a really cool game called Dimensionals. I was an ambassador. I even represented them at 3XP back in 2023.
Yeah.
My biggest issue is Web 2 founder, not experience with amazing product, amazing IP. Listen to the wrong people in Web 3 and just like, rather than taking the right shots to try to build it in a way, it later became a failed project, both in Web 3 and Web 2. And I think if he had listened to the right people and launched it in the right way, I think it could have been something really cool.
Yeah.
And again, that's kind of the fault of the industry, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think there's a lot of people that were coming in and promoting things in the wrong way, right?
Yeah.
A lot of hype, attention. That's kind of how NFT launches were back in the day.
Yeah.
But I think there's just like so much lost opportunity that came from that project.
Been a lot of lost opportunity. I don't want to cut you off, but it is a lightning round. Who is the best gamer in all of Wayfinders? Who's taking down the tournaments? Who's winning all the things?
I don't know, to be honest, but in last night's stream or last weekend's stream, it was Russell FPS.
Ooh.
He's a beast from the East. He was just, I was feeling good winning all of my matches. You know, I was playing pubs and he just came in and rocked my ass. I was just like, damn it. I thought I got enough of this from Baby Bay. But in terms of actual pros, the best Wayfinder would be Baby Bay. He's playing on one of the top 5 teams. I think I say that safely for North America Valorant.
Yeah. Insane.
Really cool dude, but he's probably the best. But in terms of members, it would be Russell, just because he rocked my ass.
Favorite crypto gaming chain, least favorite crypto gaming chain, or blockchain.
You can't ask me that, but I'm just gonna spit fire. To avoid drama, I pull myself out of the question. I'm gonna say the ones I think are doing it the best in terms of a marketing approach, in terms of development. I'm not gonna talk like who's doing it best all around. Tier ones, I'd probably say Arbitrum is like, I can't foot my bags, right? They're giving me amazing grant. Their games are awesome. And IMX, IMX has definitely done a lot. I've been critical of them too. People will attest to it. I may have had 1 or 2 crash outs because I work with games and I sometimes hear of direct experiences, and sometimes I'm in group chats where I see developers talking to chains. Solana Gaming is one I'm down on right now, and it's because I want to see them win so bad. Like, I've been part of the Solana gaming industry since 2022, right? And I'm just like, it's the redheaded stepchild because of meme coins. I think someone he brought up on X, but Solana could do better. I'm gonna say the chains I don't like because I want them to do better.
Yeah,
I would say the S's, Solana and Sui need to pick things up. I think there's so much lost opportunity. And again, I made a post. I think all chains, I want to see them all win. Like, it's not
course.
Xbox versus Nintendo.
Yeah.
Literally every game, every chain is a touch point for a new person to learn about crypto. So like when you say we have too many chains, you're probably right in terms of an attention model, but like there's so many people I've met because of a specific chain or because of a specific game. So I think having a Web3 trying to make it versus where our real opponents are Web2, I think it's more solid. But that is all the cheese man, all the spitfire get out of me.
What? Yeah, no, good answers, man. Good answers. This is why you're one of the forefathers, one of the pioneers of the industry, man.
And advice for creators: if you FUD bags, they will not pay you. So be careful. When you guys clip this, be sure to display this as a disclaimer that my bags are not your bags.
What game in crypto has the best chance to be a breakout success? Maybe not this year, but what game is building right now that you're like, you know what, that could really change everything?
I'm gonna say Grand Theft Auto 6.
In crypto.
In crypto, TCGs are hard to break out, but we've seen some momentum there. MMORPGs, I don't think ever hit mass, but I think what they're doing at Cross Chain and what they're doing at WeMix is pretty big. I haven't heard from Parallel. I haven't kept up with their extraction shooter, but I want an extraction shooter win so big, you know, like I'll make a tweet later, but like I want to be able to play a game like Wildcard or Parallel or My Pig Lugian and be able to make a sustainable income, you know, like that is the problem creators have, right? Like it's like we'd love more opportunity, and the game has to hit critical mass to support all the normal distributions, you know, like all the monetary sources, right? The Google Analytics, the sponsorships, things like that.
Who is an underrated creator in your opinion?
Underrated. I'll say underdog because I don't like underrated. I have a lot of respect for you and Burner right now. I was talking. Again, I'm talking with company, but like I was telling him like, bro, you're a staple creator now. Like if people talk about like Web3 creators, your names didn't come up there with Ice. You're just being so consistent about it. You know, like he's putting the work in. Ice is putting the work in. I want to spend less time on X, but it is still very important. But I'd say the two creators I look up to the most in Web3 gaming, I would say, is you and Berna. You know, just being very authentic, providing value, and supporting people. I think it's very important.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Okay, so what's next for you, man? What's next for Spike? You guys got the PFPs out there, the Wayfinders rebrand. You know, you're going to be streaming. You got Wayfinders Warehouse. I guess, like, what is the most excited thing that you have coming up in the next 6 months that you're like,
I would say probably the most impactful work I'm doing right now is on Blaze. And I think that's the true underdog because like Blaze is already the biggest distribution outlet for Web3 gaming content. And more. And people don't know about it yet. But like now that we have like a bunch of like traditional creators joining, like it's super, you go on the platform now. Originally you'd see a bunch of Web3, but you're seeing a lot more people that weren't in Web3. And I got to give a shout out to Roger. He was one of my OG partners for Wayfinders, and the rebrand we've decided to actually split. And then also CG, he was here earlier. Like I am so ecstatic to be working with them every day. We're kind of like Jedis in our own right, just like coming in, providing value, building community. But alongside that, for me, like we built a collection to support that. We're gonna be working with those members to onboard even more people and to get those network effects going, right? Like when you can get 20 people together to do something cool, you can maybe have like a awesome live experience. When you get 100 cool people together, you're having Wolves Dens at GDC and, you know, Gamescom, right? So like for me, I'm just kind of rebuilding and restructuring Wayfinders to be this community that isn't like, hey, what's next, Luca from Pudgy? It's like, hey, what are we gonna do? And again, aligning builders and creators that love it and want to build it in ways they know other people will love. So for me, I'm building. It's like for me, I'm a partnership with my community. You're not buying a speculative asset. You're building something that has real value that's going directly back to you, and what we make of Wayfinders will be what the community makes. So again, I'll be making more announcements and talking more of the mechanics. I got the flu last week, so it kind of slowed down our more stealth launch, but I'm being very deliberate on how we build it now. And again, I made it in a way where you can't hold more and get extra utility. Like, it's not something to be traded or speculated on. It's leading the charts for AVAX mostly because it is a very expensive NFT. And I was thinking, like, if people were telling me it's expensive, I'm like, man, maybe it's not expensive enough. So I'll be transparent. The OG price was $250 for pre-sale, I would say.
Wow.
This was given to people supporting us on Blaze.
Yeah.
Organically and freely. The streamers, I do not pay anyone to represent Wayfinders on Blaze. You know, I've given them votes, I've supported them, I've encouraged them, right? But you know, they got in, and again, some very special instances, people that just like made me look so good for how much they supported Wayfinders on Blaze. They even I paid out of my own pocket.
Yeah.
Whereas now $500 is the floor price because I said it there, because I'm like, we need to put more utility into it. And you know, it's not something people are gonna accidentally buy. They'll buy it to support it or buy it because they want to be a part of that. And again, it means something now, right? It's not just a PFP, it's on chain and people own that. And like everyone else, you own your work, you own this part of the brand, and have people kind of build it. And if someone was like, hey Spike, let's build VTubers for the Wayfinders collection, I'm like, that's cool. How can we do that? Let's get everyone involved, right? So that's the direction we're going. And again, I appreciate you for sharing your platform with me. Excited to have you here on Blaze. If there's anything we can do to support, let us know. I think we're getting ready to mint your PFP as for the Wayfinders collection. You know, you'll definitely be part of the network and get
no,
from that.
I gotta respond because like I gotta find mine. I actually did a search for it the other day, but I changed over my PC, so it's kind of a mess right now. But
I bet there's a lot of people confused because there's 200 people with PFPs that were just like going to back, switch to red, change some of the elements, added a flame effect, and again, now it's in a way that people will know how to join.
Very cool.
The utilities are tied directly to Blaze.
Very cool.
And again, it's not a like we didn't use it to raise money for the project. Like, that money's being reinvested into buying votes, which is additional discoverability and leadership points for our leaderboard points.
Yeah,
so
I think I got some votes today, man. Shout out to Blaze, dude. We got some.
No, bro. I'm gonna help to make this happen today. You need 13 more follows. You get 13 more follows, I see. Because you're a sponsored show like me with Blaze, you need to go to the platform real quick.
Yeah. Hold on. Well, let me pull it up because I got my background here. Let me put that on stream. It's not gonna be a great on stream, but yeah. What are we looking at?
Perfect. So we got to get you verified, bro.
No, I'm trying to get I need one more hour of streaming.
Once you get one more hour and get the followers, if you go to the Blaze icon top left and hit backstage voting.
Yeah, hold on. Backstage vote. Okay, yeah, we out here. Yeah.
You're gonna be eligible for the spotlight funds for creators. So you can see up there at the top left, they're giving out 10K weekly, and they've done more. You know, there's some instances where they even give away additional prizes, but you'll be eligible for that, and people will use their the Blaze they converted to votes to support you. And the more votes you have, the more you rank up on the Blaze website. And there's other ways to get, you know, onto the front page and things, but like, I honestly like votes more than subs. Like, subs are like a direct way to monetize, right? Whereas votes, they give you better discoverability, and then you also earn weekly. So I think I made about $100 last week.
Yeah.
Just for doing what I love, right? Again, thanks to like the support and the votes that we've gotten.
Yeah.
And then also your community can buy votes and support you, and they could also earn part of that leaderboard reward. Well, I think I want to say 10 or 20% goes back to the voters. So
that's so
cool.
So shout out to Mind Goblin, who is in our chat. He's #1 this week. Like, what's he doing right, man? 223 subs. Also, shout out Predzor joining the Blaze stream, brother. I appreciate it.
Oh shit, is Predzor here?
Yeah, he's in the chat.
Yo, shout out to
Go
Predzor.
to the leaderboard. Oh, ooh, okay. Oh, John Galt. He is him. Uncle Funk. Shout out Uncle Funk.
I said John Galt is he's one of the biggest supporters of the platform. You know, there's so much respect. Everyone knows who he is because like he has done so much for the platform.
Yeah. No, it's awesome. Is he on Twitter or other platforms? Like, where do I follow John Galt and support him back? We're following now, baby. And we've got
you just need to know who is John Galt. as you can see as by his bio.
Strong Galt. Love to see it, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We in here, baby.
But day one supporter of Blaze again. He's someone that's definitely helped out a lot of people in the community, and he sees the potential of the platform. And again, having someone like him, he's a huge advocate. So again, you can see why he's getting so much love and support. He's just really amazing guy.
I love
Strong Gold, let's go.
I love that. Guys, you have been amazing today. Spike, you have been incredible, man. I love you so much, dude. We go way back. Spike was an early mentor, massive supporter of me on my come up, always there whenever I needed him. We had the good fortune to work together at Owned. We've been good friends in the space. Every now and then, you know, every other month or so, we'll jump on a call and catch up, talk about family, talk about life and everything. So, you know, it's an honor and a privilege to be building alongside the space with you, Spike. You inspire me with a lot of your
you inspire me
the ways
too, bro.
that you go about things, man. And you know, it's we're in the arena, man. We're just gladiators in the arena.
No. This is Blaze. This is an arena.
Hey, talk about it. It's a blazing, icy fire of spikes and flames and John Galt mind goblins, guys.
So yeah, lastly, bullish on Blaze, guys. I was just even so ecstatic today. We have people from other streaming platforms coming, and again, we're doing all the good things to like get people as much support and help, and they're just like, man, Blaze is cool, you know. And again, such a cool platform.
It's hella cool.
But I see people joining for the first time from the Gaming Daily community. If you need help or support, reach out to me. Especially, I help with community and creator onboarding. And again, they're providing 10K weekly to reward the community. And as the community grows, that reward pool is directly proportionate to the subs and donations on the platform. So 20% cut goes to the leaderboard, and that goes to rewarding creators that are staking Blaze via buying votes. So if you decide to convert your Blaze to votes, you can support your favorite streamer and also earn part of the rewards yourself. So that is the very generic way to kind of explain it. But yeah, just a cool platform. They make the money off the swaps and fees, and the 100% of the revenue from the platform goes directly back to the community. So again, what I had to say is Blaze is the best place to build community. We've been doing that, and a big part of my work now is like, while Wayfinders has a huge impact, I want to find the next 10, 20 creators and teach them how we grew on Blaze, and to also see them continue to win and grow as well. So again, this isn't a platform where you just go live and you have fans. Like, you want to onboard your community to Blaze and stream with them and create memorable experiences. So yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. That is the way. Wayfinders is finding the way, showing the way, paving
Together
the way
we
forward.
Blaze. Together we Blaze.
I absolutely love that. Big shout out to Llama, Ice and Dark, Predzor, the homies.
Shout out
making
to
it over
Predzor.
to the Blaze chat and stream. It's nice. It's nice to have you guys here and then everyone else kind of in one chat, which has been really cool. We're gonna have to get Ghost Cat Joypad over from Twitch onto the Blaze stream.
If you're not on Blaze, what are you doing? That's all I gotta say.
We got a lot more exciting plans for the platform, for the streams, for the game nights, for some giveaways, a little bit of alpha there, maybe from one of my other partners, YGG up there. Spike, you're amazing, man. I know you're a family man. You got a lot going on. You're a businessman. You've been incredibly generous and gracious with your time. So I'm happy to drop you off now. What do you want? Where can people find? I mean, everyone knows you, but for anyone tuning into the stream, maybe later on, outside of Blaze, you know, where can people find you? What do they need to know? Sign us out here.
Yeah, you can find me on Gaming Daily because I'm always breaking ground and doing cool things. So if you want to be up to date on all the coolest things happening in gaming, happening in crypto, go find it on Gaming Daily. And my ex is Spike Collects. As noted, I like to collect things, and I like to have really cool gaming experiences with my community. So yeah, join our Discord, find some friends. We have community from all over the world. There's people always just in there live streaming on Blaze or playing games together. It's like we have like different shifts. We have everyone from Asia that pops in, during Asian times. We have our Latam and NA community popping up throughout the day during those hours. So yeah, you'd be surprised. Regardless of where you live, you'll probably find one or two people that live in where you are, and looking to find a cool place to meet people, to play games, earn some Blaze and talk a little bit of alpha. So yeah, that's about me. You can find me on X, join the Wayfinders community, and love to see you there.
Spike, I love you, brother. Thank you so much for today, man. True champion, a continued, pioneer, and all around great human being in the space, man. I hope to see you at some point this year at one of the conferences. Anything that you ever need from me, likewise, let me know. I know anytime that I need something from you, I can hit you up. And so have a great rest of your night, man.
I need a picture for the Web3 gaming Blaze calendar.
Yeah.
So you need to rent a firefighter suit without the top specifically, and an industrial water hose, like from a fire truck. You can chat GPT everything else, but the outfit has to be authentic and the shirt has to be off.
Okay, all right. Oh, put me under the gun here. Open claw, make no mistakes. Don't let Spike know that it's AI. Spike, I love you, man. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for today, man. This was super great, man. And yeah, really, really happy to be on this journey with you.
Awesome. Take care. Bye-bye. Gaming Daily.
Yes,
I love
sir.
you.
Yes,
Bye.
Sir. All right, guys. That was the legend, one of the GOATs, one of the forefathers, the pioneers, Spike. Who needs no introduction because we are on the Blaze community and you guys know and love Spike. Thank you guys so much for all of the love. I'm genuinely overwhelmed by it, and my icy heart is warming and melting. Typically I got my start streaming crypto games in January of 2022, and I used to stream 60-70 hours a week. And we started off with 0 people in the chat, and then one day we got one person in the chat, and over time it grew to 10, 15, 20. Maybe we peaked around 30 people tuning in, and I loved it, man. It was so much fun hanging out with y'all, playing games, kind of being on the frontier of crypto, because crypto was so crazy and exciting. But also it was always a dream to be streaming on Twitch. And, I love interacting with the chat. I think it's one of the coolest things, which is not what my content is anymore, because we're doing the interviews. So I tried to talk to you guys as much as I could. And it made it a little bit easier because we had Spike here, who, is a Blaze day one. But I do apologize, going forward, some of the interviews, I may not be able to be as active, but please don't mistake that for me not appreciating all of the energy, all of the subs, all of the gifts, the follows, and what you guys got going on. It's been really, really cool to be ingratiated into the Blaze community. Like Spike and I talked about, we have big plans. I have big plans. We're actually going to be hosting a game night Blaze exclusive on Friday with a very big giveaway. Well, I mean, big for me. We're going to be giving away something like $100, maybe $200 in YGG tokens. So kind of stay tuned for that, guys. If you want to partake in that, we'll have some fun opportunities for you guys. It won't be a community game night for the first one. I kind of want to come out and make a big splash. But in the future, we will be having community game nights. Llama, I want to get you in there. Ice and Dark, Predzor, Mind Goblin, anybody who wants to hang out, shoot the shit, play some games, win some prizes, just have a good, fun time. We've got some plans to put that together for you guys. On Thursday, I know I'm going back in time. Thursday, we are hosting CG. We're going to be interviewing the GOAT himself. I want to hear all about Blaze, the story, the background. I already spoke to him, obviously offline, but I'm really excited to talk to him online and, have some of that. Let me pull this up here. Yes, this is the schedule. So you guys can see this, obviously. You guys recognize that man right there. Obviously, today we had Spike. Thursday, we will have CG. I was really impressed with the backstory behind Salvor and Blaze and CG himself. So any questions that you guys got for CG, let me know. Make sure to tune in for that interview. It should be a lot of fun. It should be a banger. His energy is incredible. I talked to him and then I was leaving for San Francisco in 2 days. And I was like, yo, man, I love what you guys are doing. Let's work together. Hey, by the way, I'm going to San Francisco. If you want to send me a hat or a shirt, I'll wear it, at the conference. And he was like, dude, I got you. Let me mail it out today. The guy is just on it, man. So that's why I have a super cool Blaze hat. Cause I'm like, dude, that Blaze hat that you're wearing is super sick, man. Can I get a Blaze hat? So yeah, it's going to be a good time on Thursday. Once again, Friday, we'll have an exclusive Blaze game night streamed on Blaze. And yeah, I'm going to close out my show the way that I normally close it out. I've got a few more gaming news topics that I wanted to review today. That's really what I do, guys. We do this show called Gaming Daily Live where, yes, we interview people, but we also talk about what's happening in the space. I've been a crypto gamer for the past 4 years, making content, growing, building within the space. And I really lean into the news and the industry side of things. Basically, the way to think about it is I am on a mission to document and be a journalist for the people that are building crypto games, these founders, these game developers, the game designers, the game makers, also the VCs and the community people and the creators like Spike. And I just I like talking to people and I like hearing what they have to say. I like learning from them. And then we end up getting some really cool clips from the show. And we are all just in this space together. So yeah, I'm more than happy to connect with you guys and have some people on that, you think would be good stories. Cracky, I appreciate that. I think someone else was saying earlier that they had someone that they'd recommend, so more than Okarator was I want to be interviewed. We can definitely do some community streams as well where we're just tapping in and, hearing from you guys, kind of like the old school Twitter spaces, what's going on? What are we feeling? But I also want to bring really interesting people onto the show as well. I've been doing a lot with AI recently and OpenClaw and Claude. And so I think it'd be cool to interview people that are building products and changing their lives and building businesses with AI. It's been something I've been spending a lot of time with. So that's me. That's Icy Gaming. If you guys like that kind of stuff, you can tune in. I do go live Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when I usually go live, and then guests join a little bit later. And all of these are going to be streamed onto Blaze. So I think we're going to be on the calendar next week, on the Blaze official calendar. And yeah, we're here, man. We are here. You guys kind of got the early alpha. I didn't know that CG was gonna share the stream today and invite everybody in. Maybe I should have known that inviting Spike and having Spike on was gonna bring a lot of the Blaze and Wayfinders crew. Big shout out to STK. And yeah, I love what you guys are doing. I love the energy that you guys got, everyone streaming, everyone making content, the community coming together. It really feels like that, you know, like that energy that I love, and I love being a part of that. So I'm one of you guys, man, one of us, and I'm really happy to be here. And thank you for having me. And we're gonna try and make the stream better too, man. I got a soundboard, I got a stream deck. We're gonna try and put some good use to those tools and have a lot of fun. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, there was like was there one or two more stories that I wanted to look at? You know, let's just do a speed run through the news. We got to pay homage. We got to pay homage to the way that we do the show. And so real quick, some crypto gaming news that you might have missed. Axie Infinity, their Codex Season 1, Songs of the Soil, is going live on April 6th. There's going to be 3 paths, 3 stories, 1 adventure. You can choose your path and uncover the lore behind the characters that you will soon encounter in Atia's legacy. Super fun. I love we root for Axie Infinity to do well, so that's cool. Also, shout out to Cairo, shout out to Jihos. They were teasing a game that is apparently being built by an outside third-party developer. They're like, hey, does this look good? So we could be getting a new Axie Infinity IP game. Keep an eye out for that. Not going to go into deep depth here, but this is Neo, one of the creators of Wilder World, giving a quick summary on their current strategy. They've been going AI first, building out their agentic economy, and most notably, talking about the open world launching on Epic and Steam, you know, maybe sometime soon. Like, what does that mean? We have no idea. You know, could be this year, could be next year. We always kind of have these delays, but the fact that they're talking about it, you know, they are trying to get ready and gear up for the public opening of the open world. They are very ambitious, very ambitious. They also talk about the token. They say the token's been taking a beating, but they have a plan to improve things. But unfortunately, they can't do that until the fundamentals are solved, and they're not abandoning it. They're just getting their core solid so it can succeed long term. Can't share too much now, but you know, they did address it, which is interesting. Bullyverse. I didn't know that they rebranded Beyond Play, doing the same thing as Remix. Interesting. I'll maybe have to take a look at that. Our boy Berna, the creator that Spike said is one of the ones holding it down, that he looks to, putting in that work every single day. The man, the myth, the legend in the making, rated and reviewed Society. And he gave it a pretty good score, 7 out of 10, 6.5 for gameplay, graphics, 7.5 out of 10, overall experience in his 8-minute review, 7 out of 10, pretty solid. Speaking of Legend of Ymir, the game that Spike is playing a lot of these days. Let me turn up the brightness a little bit. They're hitting Steam on April 7th. So GG's to Legend of Ymir. Very exciting for them. Let's see. We also had, what is this from Scarly? The Worlds event going live for On-Chain Heroes very soon. They are going to be sharing more about that. I think there was also a delay, though. We covered this on Gaming Daily. There was a delay for the On-Chain Heroes World launch to integrate the Maze of Gains success into the RPG. So I think that is maybe the update there, which is bullish and positive. So that one's really cool. Shout out to them. Let's see. Was there anything else that we did not? I think that was it, actually. I think that was it. Maybe the last one that we can pull up and share. Big shout out to Eric here sharing this article on Foxy Penguin Ape, aka Cheryl Law, who I believe that I've met maybe at YGG Play or Token Singapore, one of the events. really a great in-depth article on how Foxy decided to go all in on building Pengu. What is it? It's not Penguin Asia. Pudgy Penguins Malaysia. I want to get it right because I want the Asia Pacific. She's the co-founder and president of Igloo APAC. That's what it is. The Asia Pacific division of the company behind Pudgy Penguins. Basically all in on Pudgy. She's awesome. Really great person. Really hardworking. And I didn't know about this in her background. I mean, she comes from a very wealthy family, very successful, hardworking family. So that's really cool. Crazy article, but it just makes you bullish on her and Igloo APAC. I think that's all of the news that we had for today, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll close it out, but we do have to thank the sponsors that make this show possible, including Blaze. Blaze is one of our top tier sponsors, but we got to shout out YGG Play, one of our other gaming partners who has incredible games like Waifu Sweeper and Giga Chad Bat, and they're an incredible publisher of crypto games. A lot of the things that Blaze is doing with like the token and the staking and the voting and like, you know, the rewards for the community, that is exactly what YGG Play is doing. And I mean, I love working with projects that are doing innovative, creative things, bringing people together, creating experiences and giving opportunities. That's what Blaze is. That's what YGG Play is. That's what Gaming Daily Live and Icy Gaming is all about. And I appreciate y'all being here, man. Llama, Corin, Mind Goblin, John Galt, Cracky, Okor Raider, Corin was one of the first chatters in the stream. Predzor coming over, Ice and Dark coming over. Really means a lot. This was a really cool stream. Shout out to Big Skags. And we'll go full screen here. Shout out to Spike, the legend. Thank you. That was a great interview. I always love talking to Spike. Genuinely, he's one of my good friends in the space. Big shout out to Dubbathy, Sam Stefanina, Peyton, Papa Peyton Wolf, coming into the channel. Ghost Cat Joypad, always a pleasure. We're gonna get you on the stream, brother. Definitely. Miss Aria V Roshi. Let's see. Toxic, my guy Toxic coming in, showing some love. Everyone who subbed, everyone who donated, everyone who shared a comment, really just means a lot. Jiminy, JT Squared, Gambit, Badger. Yeah, shout out to Badger. What a great name. Future. Let's see who else we got. Doffer, can't forget Doffer. Gambit again. Let's see. I'm scrolling. CG. I think CG was like boarding his plane and coming in and showing love, dude. So like, what a day one. I mean, that's how you know that like they are committed to what they're doing, man. The guy's on a plane right now. He just does not stop working. JT Squared, appreciate you. Crypto Boy, always. Llama again. Royal Prince, Gabrielle. Dude, the Wayfinders community showed up and showed out. Incredible. Thank you guys so much. Smolkin, still here. We still here. It's me. I appreciate all y'all. Actually, one of the questions I'm going to have to ask Spike, how do I get the Blaze chat onto my stream? That's one thing that I haven't figured out yet. How do I include the chat onto the stream? Is that a thing yet? Or is that still, it's gotta be, right? It's gotta be. I hope I've followed everyone correctly. Yeah, I definitely got to go through and make sure that I follow everyone. I think I followed someone that wasn't supposed to follow. You can get the pop-out chat URL from the dashboard. Okay, I popped it out, but I don't know. I'll have to look into, the URL. Yeah, put the URL. Yep, okay. Put the URL into my OBS. All right. Boys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, my name is Icy Gaming. This was Gaming Daily Live. We stream Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We went a little bit longer today. Usually it's about an hour, hour and a half. Sometimes we go 2-3 hours. So we will be back tomorrow, Wednesday at 5 p.m. with a banger interview. Big interview. We have Heidi and Luke from Pixels talking about their new rewards platform. They are two goats in the space, and I'm very excited to be talking to Luke and Heidi. It should be a really good conversation. I've talked to them at conferences, and they're awesome. So appreciate y'all. Until tomorrow, stay humble, stay gaming, and stay dreaming. Because you got to chase your dreams out here, guys. You got to chase your dreams. Dreams do come true. Keep working hard. My name's Icy. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
Flex, flex, now I'm flipping. Got count clip in that purple. Got metal bitches.
These are facts.
I'm wearing Reynolds, Rexon. I'm having fun, just sexting. My
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the